Today I'm going to try and run through a rack and talk through my thought process as I go through it, because understanding that thought process and the order to take balls in and when to play cannons is actually a great skill and can level up your game. A little bit different today, I'm going to do it on spots and stripes because half of my subscriber base is from the US, so I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Oh. Does that count as a golden break? Straight away I felt a difference with how those balls are breaking, so this could be interesting. I never get one, never mind two in a row. I like these balls. We should play golden break. And if I was really smart, I would just stop the video there and say, that's how you run a rack. Right, so the first thing you do when you come to the table is see if you've got a pot on, and I've got a pot on the stripes here and on the dots. So let's see what problems are on the table. For the stripes, those two are a bit of a problem. You could make a plant. Other than that, well, I mean, that blocks a pocket for, certainly for that ball. I can take the green one off the 4, which would open it up. It might make the 15 a little bit more difficult, but we've got an option there. For the dots, those two there are a bit of a problem, the 7 and the 6. They go in there. The 7 especially would be quite a precise positional shot, and the 3 is a little bit disjointed, it's a little bit out of the way, but it does go. So I think there's probably a bit more work to do with the stripes, so I might take the dots here and I might tackle the problem straight away. So if I can get, this is quite a tricky positional shot, but I can pot that, and if I can get a full ball contact into there, I will end up on that ball there. And what I don't want to do is slide off it, cue ball runs down there into no man's land, or that runs into the black and ties up the black. So, or even if I get into it too much and the cue ball comes this way, again I'm in no man's land. So it's quite a precise positional shot to start off with. But we judged it well. Oh, I did not see that coming. So this 3 ball now doesn't go clean. It will go in off this knuckle, but that means we can't hit that hard. So we need to bear that in mind. I actually played that really well to get in this shot. In fact, too well, because what I would have liked to have done is have a little bit of an angle on that just to move the cue ball into there for the 7. I'm dead straight in it, so I don't have that angle. So now we need to work something out. If I brought the cue ball straight back, I've got a pot. It's then tricky to finish those two. If I leave the cue ball there, I can bring the cue ball back to here for that one, and it's tricky to get on that one. Might be better to play for the 3 ball just now, seeing as I have to drop it in. 7 will drop in that middle. I mean, it's quite a tight angle, but it will drop in the middle. So I do have that option. So if I run the cue ball through to about here and just drop this in, I can play for the 7. Now my worry is it is slightly off straight. I might brush the 7 on the way past, which makes it unpottable in there. But if that happens, I can still drop this in and play for the 2 up to there. Unless I can force an angle. It might be better to try and force this angle to leave myself on the 7 just now. Because yeah, I'm going to try and force the cue ball into this position. Now if I don't get it right, I should still have the 2. So I should still have options. It's about options. I always preach about giving yourself options. So I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here, but leave myself an option. So it's calculated, I've got it. The difficulty now is connecting the last 3. I can pot the 7, but the cue ball's coming down that way, which means when I pot the 2, the cue ball's going that way, away from everything, and now the 8 ball won't drop in the middle. So I need to work something out. Let's try another calculated risk. You know, this could make it a little bit more interesting. I can pot this with a little bit of draw. I'll bring the cue ball into here. If I put left hand spin on it, it'll move the cue ball to the right. And I could cannon that 3 ball over there. I'm going to take that on because if I don't get it, there might be a chance that I'll leave a shot at the 2. And if it comes off, it looks pretty cool. Like I said, looks pretty cool. Hope I don't mess it up now. Because I could leave myself a shot. I'm fairly straight on this. I can leave myself a definite long pot on this blue. But it might be better to try and get straight on it to make the black ball easier. Fortunately, the 10 is slightly in the way. Can I get past it? He is past it. Oh, he's perfect. It's calculated and it's come off. Still slightly wrong side of it, so I'm going to end up here. But it's a much easier shot. Gives myself a good chance. And this is where I'm not used to the balls. So the heavier balls, it was harder for that cue ball to force through. I mean, I should have been here, but I should still pot this. Yay!